Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're breaking down the absolute newest, most invisible form of browser tracking out there in 2026, pulling directly from Send.Win's latest security research. If you care at all about your online privacy, well, the ground rules have completely changed, and we're going to unpack exactly why.
So let me ask you something about your current digital defenses. When you want to stay anonymous online, do you just fire up incognito mode? Or, obsessively clear your cookies? I mean, we've all been taught for years that those are the gold standard for keeping our browsing private, right? Well, according to the source material, the answer to that is a hard no. Actually, it's way worse than that. We are dealing with a totally new kind of threat where trackers extract your hardware's literal DNA to identify you. That's right, your own graphics card is now being used against you, completely bypassing all those old-school privacy tactics. Here is our agenda for this explainer. 1. The new tracking threat. 2. How WebGPU leaks data. 3. The power of timing. 4. Why spoofing fails now. 5. Defending your digital identity. And finally, 6. The future of tracking. Let's just jump right in. Section 1. The new tracking threat. From basic descriptors to biometric hardware profiling. The difference we're talking about here is absolutely massive. Think of the old standard WebGL as giving trackers a basic physical description, like maybe your hair color and your height. But the new standard WebGPU acts like a highly unique biometric DNA swab of your device. WebGPU was introduced to give browsers powerful, low-level access to your graphics card, kind of like modern gaming APIs. But because it has to communicate so deeply with your specific hardware, the fingerprint entropy, which is just a fancy way of saying the uniqueness of the data it hands over, jumps from a medium 15 to 20 bits under WebGL to a staggering 25 to 35 plus bits under WebGPU.
Section 2. How WebGPU leaks data, uncovering the massive API surface area.
So, what is your browser actually giving away behind the scenes? An alarming amount, honestly. It doesn't just say, hey, I'm a Mac. It pings everything from your exact GPU manufacturer and architecture all the way down to the specific driver versions you have installed. It even leaks the highly specific compressed texture formats your hardware supports, like BC for desktop or ETC2 for mobile. And here's the catch. This is information legitimate web apps actually need to render 3D graphics or run AI models smoothly. So browsers can't just block this data without totally breaking the modern web. And get this. There are over 30 numerical limits exposed by this API. Over 30. We're talking about tiny constraints like maximum texture dimensions, compute workgroup sizes, buffer limits, you name it. Because these numbers vary slightly across hundreds of different combinations of operating systems, graphics cards, and driver updates, these 30-plus metrics combine to narrow you down to a very small and very often entirely unique group of users. Your everyday settings essentially become an inescapable digital barcode. Section 3. The power of timing. The invisible tracking channels. Now this is where it gets incredibly sneaky. The static data isn't even the cleverest part. The crucial point is active probing. Trackers are no longer just asking to see your computer's ID, they're making it run a sprint to prove its speed. Step 1, they dispatch a known mathematical workload directly to your GPU. Step 2, they measure exactly how many milliseconds it takes your computer to solve it. And step 3, they compare those results against a vast database of known GPU performance profiles. It's a completely invisible benchmark running right in the background. They confirm your exact hardware model based on its raw performance speed, and you won't even notice a single blip on your screen. Section 4. Why spoofing fails now. The end of traditional disguises. Send.Win's research puts it perfectly. WebGPU doesn't just leak signals, it practically broadcasts them. You might be wondering why you can't just use standard privacy tools to fake this data. Well, it's because WebGPU is an incredibly demanding and complex API. Any attempt to simply mask or spoof a hardware profile creates instant, glaring inconsistencies. You can't just wear a fake mustache anymore. The system is doing a full retinal scan. Think about it like this. Say you use software to dress your computer up like a sports car, claiming you have a top-tier NVIDIA RTX 4090. But your actual hardware? It's just a basic Intel chip. When the tracker runs that timing test we just talked about, the math instantly falls apart. The script realizes you're trying to hide because you claim to be a sports car, but you're clocking the speed of a lawnmower. It instantly flags your session as suspicious. You can fake the text string, sure, but you absolutely cannot fake the horsepower. Section 5. Defending your digital identity. Real solutions for 2026. So since we can't fake the data with software, how do we actually fight back? The source outlines 3 main strategies. First, you could disable WebGPU entirely, but honestly, that breaks modern web apps, video editors, and AI tools. Plus, being the only user with it turned off actually makes you stick out even more. Second is browser-level farbling, basically adding random noise to the data. But as we just learned, adding noise ruins the internal mathematical consistency, which trackers easily detect. That leaves us with the third and only truly viable defense: profile-based isolation.
Let's break down what cloud-based anti-detect isolation actually is. Solutions like Sendwin completely bypass the spoofing problem. Instead of trying to make your one laptop look like 100 different computers, they give you an environment hosted on a real, physical cloud infrastructure. This means your WebGPU fingerprint passes every single consistency and timing check with flying colors. Why? Because it's a real machine. The benchmarks match the stated hardware flawlessly, keeping your true physical device completely hidden behind a genuinely real cloud profile.
Section 6. The future of tracking. What's next for browser privacy?
What the source predicts for the coming years is, frankly, pretty intense. Trackers aren't stopping here. They're already moving toward using machine learning to slice right through basic privacy noise. Even worse, they are developing cross-API correlation. That means they'll combine your web GPU data with other APIs, like the Web Neural Network API, to build these inescapable, multi-dimensional profiles. And researchers are even demonstrating advanced shader fingerprinting that exploits microscopic physical manufacturing variations in the silicon of your specific graphics card. They can literally identify the slight manufacturing quirks of the exact chip sitting on your desk. No way, right?
The entire arms race between privacy and tracking has fundamentally shifted to the hardware level. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. As hardware tracking totally outpaces software masking, how will you protect your true digital footprint? In this highly advanced era of biometric hardware tracking, relying on clearing cookies is a thing of the past. It is absolutely time to rethink your digital defenses. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this deep dive into Sendwin's research helps you stay one step ahead.